thought this was going to be pretty easy, but when I was reading my speech earlier, I had a hard time getting through it without crying just by reading it. So let's see if I can do it while speaking it. First, I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Daugherty. This is amazing. We have all our friends and family here. You know, I really admire the Daugherty family, especially the more I've gotten to know you guys. I got to know Bill pretty well, especially out in Vegas in the bachelor party. We won't go into how, but just keep your shirt on. And Brian and Brandon as well. You were two of the kindest, nicest people I've ever met, just like the rest of the Daugherty family. So thank you guys, it's been a pleasure. Now, growing up as Rob Borkowski's younger brother was not the easiest task in the world. I've been beat up, made fun of, beat up again, and made fun of again. These are typical things you would expect from an older brother, only it was 10 times worse with Rob. You know, everyone that here knows Rob knows he's one of the most competitive people that I've ever met. I was getting yelled at earlier all day. And when we were growing up, we had a ping pong table in the basement. And as you can imagine, there were some battles. Robbie didn't win very many. I think I won about 99% of the matches. But for that 1% that Rob won, he felt like he had to rub it in every time. Every time he won, it was, champ, champ, champ. And he thought he won the game. But the person that won was actually me. When I ran to the top of the basement steps, and immediately when I got to, right before I opened the door, I started bawling. Robbie's making fun of me! And then I won in the end. But you know, of the torture that you put me through, I know more embarrassing things about you than probably anyone else in this room. And you decided to hand me a microphone. You know, I'm no dummy though. Growing up as Rob's younger brother, I know not to really poke fun of him too much in public. There's some major consequences that come after that. But I do have to say, Rob, you're my best friend. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Everything I've accomplished in life is because of you. You've taught me to always walk with my head held high and be proud of who I am. You've had faith in everything I've done. When I started my own business and maxed out my credit card, you didn't think twice about letting me max out yours too. Can't say I would have done the same for you. But you know, I remember when Rob and Melissa first met. I actually wasn't here, I was living in Colorado at the time. And Rob called me and said, I met the most beautiful girl in the world, and I think she's the one. And I said, yeah. Get a grip. But you know, Melissa, you're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever laid eyes on. I can't imagine having anyone else for a sister than you. I hope you can keep this one under control. Because I know it's going to be tough. You can ask my mom. She's been trying to do it for 35 years. But you're amazing. You look beautiful today. You're one of the prettiest brides I've ever seen in all the weddings I've ever been to. I love you. And I also want to bring up that I'm really glad that he's marrying Melissa because she's better than him in ping pong too. So now he can just keep losing his whole life. Last but not least, I want to thank my parents. My mom for raising me and my brother to become the men we are today. I think you've done an okay job. And hopefully when my brother and I decide to have kids one day, we can be half the fathers that our father has been to us. So, I'd like everyone to raise your glasses.